This is Phoenix Futura and welcome to our show Futures I in channel 666999. By the orders of the Supreme of the Tech Corporation, we will fixate our attention to a grand event. July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. Germany invaded Belgium on August 4, 1914, after which Belgium abandoned its neutrality. The British declaration of war upon Germany occurred on the 4th of August 1914. The declaration was a result of German refusal to remove troops from neutral Belgium. German troops took most of Belgium during the invasion and are now entering French soil. We will be back after a commercial break. The first European clash since 1815's Battle of Waterloo. The Battle of Mons takes place in Mons, Belgium. Being outnumbered, the British expeditionary force retreats with the French, who were unaware of the German tactic after the Battle of the Frontiers. Battle of the Frontiers was a failed French advance to German borders, causing huge casualties to both sides. After entry, the Russians won a series of small battles in Stolopollen, Orlau, Kaushan, Gross-Breslau, Gumbinnen, but Tannenberg was a Russian disaster. Battle of Tannenberg caused enormous losses and every Russian gains in East Prussia was lost. After a bitter struggle, the Russians won a decisive battle at Galicia, causing ugly losses on Austria-Hungary. At Heligoland, the Royal Navy sunk German light cruiser SMS Mainz, Köln, Ariadne and German destroyer SMS V-187 and imposing a naval blockade, so German can't trade those sea, but a week later HMS Pathfinder becomes the first ship be sunk by a torpedo by German U-boat U-21. In Battle of the Marne, the Allied powers were able to repulse German advance. Losses were great. But the Russians were not that lucky, as they lost in the Battle of the Masurian Lakes with notable losses. Back at Western Front, the race to the seas begins, both sides trying to outflank each other, which resulted in the Battle of Ypres. The battle stays indecisive. Back in August, Austria-Hungary gets an embarrassing defeat at Battle of Seir against Serbia. Losses are heavy. More bad news for Austria-Hungary. Their advance on Russia ends in disaster and the siege of Przemysl. The Germans have to come for their aid, doing a diversionary attack towards Warsaw, a costly Russian victory. The 29th of October 1914, the Ottoman Empire with Germans bombard the Russian ports of Odessa, Sevastopol and Novorossiysk, marking their entry in the war. Russia, France and Britain declares war next month. In In response, Russia mobilizes in Caucasus. The war is not just limited to Europe. The war continues on overseas colonies and world seas. In 1914, Africa didn't saw much progress, only Togoland completely surrendered, but in Asia things are a little different. August 23, 1914, the Japanese Empire joined the war and took German positions in China. The declaration was highly influenced by Anglo-Japanese alliance. In Oceania, Australia took over German New Guinea and New Zealand took German Samoa. At the Battle of Coronel, the Germans sunk HMS Good Hope and Monmouth, but the favour was returned 5 weeks later at Battle of the Falkland Islands when the British sunk SMS Scharnhorst, Gneisenau, Nuremberg, Leipzig, marking the destruction of German East Asia Squadron. British and Indian troops seized Ottoman port of Basra after the Battle of Basra, protecting access to the vital Persian oil. On the 2nd of December, Austria-Hungary occupied Belgrade, but they were pushed back after the Battle of Kolubara. French attack on Champagne stays indecisive. Ottoman attack at Sarıkamış met with disaster, many frozen to death. On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, a small truce was held among German and British troops. A game of football was played on the dead zone. But the next day fighting starts again, and something like this never happened again.